Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Bulma and Goku and assessing how good they are as a duo in DBZ Dokkan battle. Now I've done a couple videos like this and yeah, I'm enjoying them. I think they're a really interesting concept, and these two I want to look at because these guys are a great example of overwhelming support, excellent support, and how excellent utility can really synergize to create a super powerful combo. Now I have both of these units at only 55%, which is great because you're going to see them do absolutely fantastically even though they're only at 55%. So let's talk briefly about them as units so we can understand them a bit more. Strength Bulma has a lot of great abilities. Firstly, she greatly raises attack and defense on her super attacks. She has high chance of critting on her 18 key. She guards all attacks for the first 7 turns. She creates rainbow key spheres. She has damage reduction of -7% at the start of each turn, up to 77% max. She has an additional 17% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. She has an additional attack of 77% with 3 or more. She gives all allies 37% and 2 key for 2 turns with 5 or more obtained, and she launches a guaranteed additional super with 7 or more obtained. The big thing with her, and the big thing essentially that makes her and Goku such a powerful combo, is she will provide Goku a 37% attack and defense boost. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a pretty good amount for a support, and also she will activate Incredible Adventure, Guidance for Dragon Ball's Fierce Battle as well, all for Goku. So that's already a good start. Now let's talk about how Goku synergizes with Bulma. So Goku gets his unit super activated, which massively raises his attack, which is very good. Then Goku gives her a 50% attack and defense boost. So between the two of them, we are currently now rocking quite a significant boost that applies, and Goku's buff applies to himself, which is quite sizable, whereas, you know, in Bulma's situation, the buff excludes herself. So Goku's already getting, you know, kind of that double buff situation. On top of that as well, Goku will gain 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, and he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. So we've got double orb changes, which tends to make the field very favorable. When Goku does get his orbs, he gets an additional defense of 59% with 3 or more. He then launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super with 5 or more, and then he gives all allies a 8% crit chance and 8% damage reduction with 7 or more. Now if you're doing your maths right, you should notice that Bulma already has damage reduction. Damage reduction that starts at 7% and slowly scales up to 77%. Bulma is also guarding all attacks, and you can see where we're going with this. So when you add in that extra 8% and that extra 50% support, all of a sudden Bulma is starting to look very menacing. Not to mention the fantastic synergy between their super attacks. For example, Goku can activate his super attack after receiving an attack 8 or more times in battle, or when HP is 59% or less. Goku's super attack is active skill is very interesting in that it procs his defensive raise from his passive. So in Goku's turn, you'll see him have like 500k defense before he even fires off a super attack. That, coupled with the fact that he has damage reduction from each rainbow orb, you very frequently will get 4 rainbow orbs, so Goku will be sitting with like 28% damage reduction, and you will probably get 7 orbs giving another 8%, so pushing him all the way up to 36% damage reduction means that Goku is going to be looking pretty gnarly. Then the very turn after, you can use Bulma's active skill, and Bulma's active skill will give her a full field of orbs, essentially setting her up for a huge turn. Her defense will be massive. She will also be able to proc her additional support that she gets from her active skill, which is another 17% support on top of everything, and all of a sudden you can kind of see why these guys are a crazy combo. Now of course dupes help, as they do with every unit, but these guys look very impressive. Considering my Bulma doesn't even have her links leveled, she's looking very good. So what can improve them? Well, dupes can improve them. That is definitely one thing that can help. Also right now, Goku is the only 200% lead that applies to him and Bulma. Bulma and him don't both benefit from the Earthbred Fighters 200% lead, because Goku is currently the only 200% lead, and he, well, not the only, but he doesn't apply to Goku or Bulma, and whereas Yamcha is a 200% lead for Goku and Bulma. Unfortunately, Yamcha is, I don't want to say not up to speed, but is not a preferable lead for this. So obviously a flat 200% lead for the category would indeed help, but realistically speaking, they don't need much, just dupes. The more dupes you have in them, the better they're going to be. With one dupe in each of them, they will be ridiculous. You'll see Bulma hitting 11, 10 million attack stats at link level 10. You'll see Goku very frequently break the 400k defense mark before even supering. And yeah, just basically they'll become an absolute menace. It's a very impressive duo, and it's one of those examples whereby the synergy between their passives and the support and the utility they provide really elevates both units to being, ultimately at the end of the day, fantastic choices. So I'm really impressed, really impressed with these guys as units, and I honestly think their synergy is something that's fantastic. It's really quite something to have two units that synergy in kits really elevates both of them. Bulma and Goku not struggling for orbs, the synergy in damage reduction, the synergy in support, the just general strength of these units. I mean, this is Bulma with no items, obviously lots of support and everything, but boom, you know, wow, single digits. It's pretty impressive. Considering the category itself hasn't got a lot of buffs, we haven't got, you know, specifically units that cater to these two. You know, since they've come out, I wouldn't say we've gotten huge constructive units to kind of boost their team. They've just kind of been rolling with the same philosophy and you know, strength and power. I think just one or two good DB units, and all of a sudden this category can really fly, and these two can really be impressive. So I'm very impressed with them overall, and honestly speaking, yeah, really proud.